Hi, this is Josh from Aldi Reviewer, and today we are looking at the Ambiano rotating Belgian waffle maker. This is an Aldi find, which means that you can only find it in stores for a limited time. At the time that we picked it up, it was $24.99, which is a pretty good deal as far as Belgian waffle makers go. And you look at it, you'll notice that it's got sort of your hotel style look to it, the kind of thing that you would use if you were at a continental breakfast. It's really only got two components to it. It's got the main waffle maker itself, and it's got also a drip plate there at the bottom to catch anything that might come out of the waffle maker. It does also, and I'll mention at least in the year that we got it, came with a 3-year warranty serviced through a company out of Canada, which is something in and of itself. So let's talk about how it works. It's actually really simple. We've actually had an Ambiano Belgian waffle maker before. We still have it. It's just a simple open plate that doesn't rotate like this one. It actually had heat controls. This one doesn't. You just turn it on and it does its thing. To use it, to open it, you simply take the handle like this and you lift it up. And when you do, it opens up to a ceramic interior. It's a non-stick, and not only do you not have to use any cooking spray or anything, the manual actually advises against using anything like that. You're really only supposed to use oil if you're having a little bit of trouble getting things out of it. But otherwise, it's pretty maintenance free. You clean it every once in a while with water, and otherwise it just kind of does its thing. Again, you don't need to use spray or anything. To use it, it's really simple. You pull it closed like I did. You'll notice it's got a light that tells you when it's ready. As a matter of fact, during the video, it was off and you saw it turn on. You just lock it into place. You rotate it like this. You let it do its thing for, say, 2 to 3 minutes or however long it takes. And then once it's done, you rotate it back and then you open it up just like that. And then you should have waffles that are ready. Now, the manual does come with its own recipes. The last one did too. And we'll post this in our review so you can see them. It's got something for a base mix and how to add it up. And that's fine. We're actually using a taste at home recipe tonight because it's one that we're familiar with. We've used it with our other waffle maker, and we know what we're supposed to be getting with it. So we think it's going to be a more apples to apples comparison for us. So what I'm going to do now is I'll go ahead and spoon some in here. And we'll see how things go. So we close it, we lock it, we flip it, and now I'll let the timer go. So we're now at about 2.5 minutes, which was the standard time that I would cook under my old waffle maker. I put a cup in. It is kind of dripping in off the sides. Actually, it's a little bit less than a cup. So maybe a little bit less than a cup is a good idea. I'm going to go ahead and gently rotate it back. You can see a little bit came out there. And we'll see how it came out. And it looks like we've got a pretty full waffle. So I'm going to grab a plate. Get myself a spatula. Should be very careful what spatulas you use. You do not use a metal one. So they actually advise, it's the first waffle we've made in this thing, and the manual actually says you should throw out the first one that you make, so we're not going to eat this one because probably the chemicals and stuff that are on it. But it gives you an idea of what one looks like. So this was about a cup, maybe a little bit less, so I'd probably want to go a little bit lower than that, but not a lot. It actually is pretty close to what it's supposed to look like. After 2.5 minutes, it's pretty toasted. I think that's about right. So we'll have more to say about this on our website as we review this and see how it works. And of course, we're always curious about how it's going to last over time. But again, this is the Ambiano rotating Belgian waffle maker, and this is an Aldi find.